your unprofessional video review of Transformers Power of the Primes Voyager class Dinobot Grimlock. But before we take a look at the action figure at hand, let's put him aside for a moment and take a quick look at the packaging as partake of every single video review on this channel. So, here's a nice open window packaging that's pretty generic at this point for Transformers Power of the Prime Voyager class figures. We do have a nice picture of Grimlock here. Looks like he's stomping on a Decepticon maybe. I don't know, use your imagination. Transformers Power of the Primes right there. Voyager class, Autobot logo, Dinobot Grimlock, ages 8 and up. Hasbro, Transformers, the Misaligned Generations logo at the top right corner, which seems to be traditional. And then we got it up here, Power of the Primes, Choose Your Prime. On this side here, we got all the Prime Masters logos, I guess. Yep, there you go. We do also have the authentic Transformers logo, which lets you know that if it doesn't have that, it is a knockoff. Onto the other side here, and we got a nice picture of the upcoming combiner of Volcanicus. Very cool. I cannot wait to put this thing together in the next wave. On to the back of the packaging, and here's a brief little summary for Dinobot Grimlock. Pause the viewer if you want to read it, be my guest. 8 steps of transformation from his dinosaur mode to his robot mode. He also includes the Dinobot Enigma combination and some Prime armor, which we will get to. It's the main feature of this whole line. And also, we got a little bit of some information regarding some of the Prime Masters from Wave 1, which, you know, I'd rather they show other figures available in this line, but that's just me. And that's it for the packaging. Wow, that was quick. Alright, so let's take a look at some other contents before we get to the figure. Here's the instruction manual for Grimlock, as the camera tries to focus back in on it. Tries to, and fails. Every time. Here, you're gonna focus in on that, huh? Yeah? There we go. Alright, so it's a nice improvement over the last couple of takes on the instructions, so I don't have to say much about it. There you go. Here's the trading card of Grimlock, Power of the Primes, Solaris Prime logo, I guess, and there's the Misaligned Generations logo. Far out. On to the back. Solaris Prime creates Solaris Grimlock, demolishes enemies with the Spark Breaker battering ram. Whatever. There you go. Alright. Here's Grimlock. Lower the camera. Let's take a good look at him. There we go. Now let's take a good look at him. So, he's this Generation 1 dinosaur. A Tyrannosaurus. Right. What else could he possibly be? He's Voyager scale. Show you good side-by-side comparisons with a deluxe figure. Here's Swoop. Yeah. As you can see, pretty good scale between these two. But, I know, everyone still wants that highly anticipated Leader class version of Grimlock and Voyager class version of the other Dinobots. I know. But guys, it's a pipe dream at this point. And to tell you the truth, this figure is all about fun. This is the whole reason you're getting into this line is because it's fun. It may not be accurate, but it is fun. Yes, he's not accurate to his Generation 1 show counterpart. It's more of the Generation 1 action figure with stickers all around the place, pretty much representing the stickers that the figure had in his G1 glory days as a toy. As you can see, we do have some nice clear plastic here that's been painted on the inside to replicate the Generation 1 look, even if it's not a shiny gold. It's more of a dull gold, but hey, nonetheless, it is a gold. I think some of you out there might catch that reference. Hashtag Bad Night America. Okay, so anyway, let's get to the articulation on this guy. He has a hinge joint for up and down movement at the head. He also has opening and closing jaw movement. Ah! Yeah, there you go. There's that. Yeah, unfortunately that's it for the head. No left or right movement due to the way that this actually taps in. It would have been nice, but I can let it slide. Anyway, he does have ball jointed shoulders. So there you go, you do get some movement here and there. Nothing at the elbow, nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist due to transformation. But you do get all the range of movement you want with the legs. Full 360 that way on nice ratchets. You do have a hinge joint for inward and outward movement, so you can get him to do a high kick, believe it or not. If you want to do it, you can. You also do your JCVD. There you go. You do have thigh swivel joint. You actually have, believe it or not, double jointed knees, except this one has to go this way and this one goes that way. More of a T-Rex stance anyway, so there you have that. There is a little bit of articulation here. If I move his leg out of the way, there is a little bit of articulation right here at the tail, so you do get a couple of clicks, but that's about it. And it's only to keep his tail off the ground. If you want him doing like a running charge, you can do that. Or if you want him to do his normal Generation 1 stance from the show, I mean, where he's pretty much just standing like that and looking straight ahead, it is possible. Even if this down here is a bit of a hindrance and an eyesore, but hey, it is what it is. It's the feet. Clearly, it's the feet. Yeah. And there's some more of those nice foiled Generation 1 stickers, which I guess works for the gimmick. However, I will address one other thing. There is a little bit of some QC issues, or maybe just a little bit of an inconvenience with the way this figure is actually assembled. Nothing that they did wrong, it's just something they could have done better. The tabs that keep this section here in place, his whole crotch section, is not the best, especially when you got tight ratchets here and you go to move the tail. If you're not holding it very tight with your thumb or any other finger here that you can get around to keep it in place, it does have a tendency to untab, and by a tendency, I mean it will do it all the time. And even sometimes, you may crack something. Fortunately, I haven't done it, but I have heard from a friend that, yeah, they broke their Grimlock just because of that unfortunate event there. So just be a little careful with this, because it is clear plastic, and as you know, over time, clear plastic can show a bit of age, just like GPS. Maybe not as much as gold plastic syndrome, but clear plastic isn't that far off. I'd say it's second place of that. So that's pretty much going to be it for this part. What I can show off real quickly is the Prime armor. So what you can do, basically, in this mode is, you can tab it into his legs like so. I'll only do one because, I gotta be honest, this isn't the best. Unless you want to sidekick one of the Decepticons in the face with this, yeah, that's not really gonna do much damage. It would have been nice if, actually, these could have tabbed in at the bottom of his feet to give him a little more of natural, bigger feet for a Tyrannosaurus, but you can't do that. Whatever. It is what it is. Still, would have been nice. But it's a pipe dream. Anyway, you can remove the Enigma combination if you want. It's just solid plastic painted over in silver with a nice red for the core on the inside. And like any Headmaster or Prime Master, you can just slide it in and then power. Yes, more power. They have that. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be it for Tyrannosaurus mode. Let's go ahead and take Grimlock into his robot mode and show off where this figure really does shine. So, I'll be right back. Right, here's Grimlock in his robot mode. An overall impressive retake on the Generation 1 action figure, just modernized with a little bit of some Cybertronian going on here. Very cool. I like this Grimlock. I do have one minor inconvenience that I have to expose here, and that's the fact that yet again, this is another Grimlock action figure with a red visor instead of a blue one. I mean, I will go ahead and state the matter here. Swoop, the original G1 toy, actually had a red chest instead of a blue here. This is more cartoon accurate. I kind of wish they actually would have gone a little cartoon accurate with the visor here. I'm kind of sick of seeing Grimlock with a red visor. He does look good. Proportionally wise in this mode, it's pretty perfect. You got broad shoulders, you got the forearms that resemble Popeye in a way, you got a very nice chest piece here, very nice. The legs are pretty standard. Nothing going on here at below. I can already just let you guys know, due to the fact of the combination, there is no ankle rocker system. Nothing to go about here. So let's go through the articulation real quickly and just wrap that up. So he does have a ball jointed head, but the neck kind of hinders the way it actually wobbles around when you turn it to the left or the right. But, you know, it's still pretty good range, just not much up and down either. Oh well, whatever. So you do have full rotation here at the shoulders. If you get the wings out of the way, you do get your inward and outward movement on the hinge here. You do have your bicep swivel. You still got double jointed elbows, which this time around they work perfectly, going the right way. That's pretty much it for the arms. You do not have any wrist swivels because these arms fold in and create combiner ports. Right. You do have a waist section here, which does rotate on a little bit of a clicking joint. Maybe it might be busted on mine. Maybe this might be just my figure. But, yeah, that needs a little more tightening there. I can fix that on my own. You get some up movement in here, some down movement there. On the very quiet ratcheting joints, might I add. You do also have your actual JCVD posing there. So, yep, pretty cool. You do have 5 swivel joint. There you go. You do also have very tight, ratcheted knees that does get 90 degrees of bend. And that is your articulation on this guy. Now, let's go ahead and beat the figure just a little bit more out of inconvenience. This section here was a nightmare. Getting this to stay pegged into place in robot mode was not possible because of how small these little pegs are on the side here. These parts that stand out right here where my thumbnail is touching, right there. As you can see, I've had to super glue them down just a little bit more to thicken that joint. And now it will actually stay pegged in just fine in both modes. But that's not much to say considering that with the tab system going on here at the back of this section, the chest still doesn't have anywhere very secure to stay in place. So when you go about moving the arms too much, you can see it just splits all around. I don't know what I can do about that to tighten that up or fix it. I don't know, maybe third party can do something about it, but as it stands, it's not too much of a problem. I mean, it's not like I play with these figures anyway. I usually just display them for pictures and I'm done with them at that point, but still, you can get a lot of play out of this guy. He's definitely one you want to own. So, okay, let's go to these again. So, again, pretty much in the same placement, you know, being that the arms are the legs in Tyrannosaurus mode. Same placement, there's your battering ram power attack, like it said on his trading card there, with the Enigma combination for more power. There you go. Not much else that you can really do with these things, so we'll just save that for another time when we look at Volcanicus in the future. So, yeah, I mean, what else can I really say about this guy? I could show off the transformation real quickly into his combination mode, but I think I'll save that for the how-to transform video on this guy. But I will, nonetheless, at least sign off here with a side-by-side comparisons to wrap up this video. So let's go ahead and bring in the obvious. Swoop! So as you can see, a deluxe class figure compared to this Voyager class figure, this is actually pretty good. Now, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. They would have preferred Grimlock to be a Leader class figure and Swoop be a Voyager class figure with the rest of the Dinobots being Voyager class. But, hey, beggars can't be choosers, okay? It is what it is. It's a step in the right direction. We're just going to have to deal with it and hope for the best in the future. I'm sure this will not be the last Grimlock action figure or the rest of the Dinobots. I'm sure we'll get more of them in time from Hasbro when they do another Generations line, maybe Generation 3 or something, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I do like this figure. He's got some QC issues that you might want to look at first before you go about messing with this figure, and you feel like that something is pretty loose on the guy. You might want to do something about it, like, immediately. Again, one of my friends has already broken their Grimlock figure, and that's unfortunate, and I really feel sorry about it. Hopefully he got a replacement after that. I don't know. He hasn't said anything afterwards, but I will say this. This is one you want to add to your collection of Power of the Prime figures, especially if you want to complete our very first Dinobot combiner being Volcanicus. Super awesome. So, questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. And until the next video review, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer, Red's Power, signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.